Welcome to Keystone Hobbies. This is John. We got some easy A's to go through, some Z Arena. So let's get to it. Alright, the first we have is Fused, Superpower, Super Saiyan Goku, and Super Saiyan Vegeta. Let's check out the battle info. Alright, it looks like all major types are unaffected by damage reduction skills. We have Link skill Legendary Power and category Final Trump Card. Alright, final trump card it is, and then we got Legendary Power. Alright, looks like we got quite a few units that we can use for this category. Let's go ahead and use our final trump card later. For that role, we have Super Strength, Ultimate, and Supreme Fusion Gogeta. Alright, we're gonna fill our roster up with a bunch of monkeys, and we'll add chewing gum. We'll add chewing gum to this mix. There we go. Alright, let's kick it off. Let's go ahead and change our other leader, though. Whoops, almost forgot that. Let's go. Alright, so the first couple levels are just going to be me loading into Z Arena, hitting auto battle, and waiting for the game to just do its thing. Level 1, 2, easy. No problem at all. Just cut through that in just a minute and 24 seconds. I assume the first 15 levels are going to be about the same. I know it doesn't have anything to do with DOKKAN, but pulling a UR off tickets feels so fucking good. This is the second one I pulled up today too, so that's just been phenomenal. Today's episode of Keystone Hobbies is not sponsored by David Archery's men's dual pouch underwear. The reviews are in. As Morphle states, first off, this is a positive review. I love the underwear, and you might also. You should approach this relationship and any other with your eyes open. So here you go. The material is light and comfortable, breathes well, and the underwear is expertly made and fits appropriately. But that's not why you're considering. You're looking at that separate pouches business and the suggested graphic and wondering if you're ready to introduce a slightly higher level of complexity into your underworld. You are. I think there is such thing as too much subtlety. The David Archery crosses the line in his instructive drawings, so I'll be clear. Only your shaft goes through the hole. Do not stuff your entire junk through the hole. The collection will certainly pass, but there's only one pouch on the other side, and you will have defeated the purpose of this delightful article of clothing. The separate pouches in question consist of the usual underwear space, and the aforementioned shaftable on the other side of that hole. The shaftable enables David Archery to work a different fly system as well, but more on that later. Usually things work out just by pulling your underwear on, your shaft pointing down, the hole coming up, and there you go, in like Flynn. At first, your Franken beans will call out to each other in alarm, but rest assured that each is still nearby, noticing that they are comfortable. Held in their respective atria, they'll settle down. Now look in the mirror before showing anyone else, because in all likelihood, your days of prancing around the house in your underwear are over, especially if you have older kids. Normal size plus the shaftable equals horse junk. My spouse did a double take, gave me an approving nod. It's nothing you won't see on a Spanish beach, but just know that the puppet show is always playing, and frankly, the architecture presumes flaccidity, because when erect, there's nowhere to go but up, leaving you look like a knocked bow and arrow, with nothing to do but shout, "Loose!" as you leap upon your partner, who will be helpless with laughter anyways. Getting back to the fly, David Archery has chosen a horizontal system that is basically a hood that you pull up and off to relieve yourself and down and over once done. It works really well, but this may be strangely evocative of pop culture archetypes, depending on your personality and experience. In my case, the first unhooding was, "You bring Captain Solo and the Wookiee to me." This phrase was murmured several times to a variety of urinal stand-ins for Jabba the Hutt. But as the days wore on, I found more and more that I could think of the scene where a kidnapper yank off the hood of the prisoner to reveal him tied to a chair in an empty warehouse with no help in sight, especially with the black underwear. My vantage point putting me in the shoes of the abductor, I started to mutter appropriate kidnapping quips with each unhooding when I realized I could be the rescuer just as well as the abductor, and instead of shouting "Western dog" or "Your father will pay handsomely for your release," I could say instead in a reassuring tone, "You're safe now," which I think is easier on the other restroom patrons to hear. So walk, don't run, to buy this underwear. It will become your new favorite while stimulating centers of your brain that have long laid dormant and enriching your inner life multiple times daily. I think that's a pretty good deal. Game over, man. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure something else out. Alright, team. We did a little bit of working on the roster and our characters used for this EZA, and I think we have the mix that works. We got beat the last round, but we're going forward with our leader unit. For fused fighters or GT heroes, we have Saiyan warriors with ultimate power, Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So we're using him for the buff to the team with the Kamehameha category as well. We get 200%, and then we include the partner, so we end up at 400%. 4 of my characters meet that criteria. Unfortunately, Kefla is not, but she is fused fighter, so she gets 340%. So still not bad. So yeah, little adjustment there. We'll see how it runs this time. I was able to beat the last stage I was stuck on, but it was close. So we'll try enemy stage 11. Alright, we're going to start this right. So unit with the highest defense takes a hit first. And we have Kefla at the end. Alright, they did get a decent chunk of damage off of us with their super, but we still got an attack in here. We're still fine. Still fine at this point. And 5 million, not too bad at all. Oh, Gogeta's getting fucked up. No! Hopefully this isn't it. Oh no. Well, that's how the cookie crumbles. Guess we'll have to try it again. Alright, we're popping Kefla out and tossing in Vegeta. We'll see how this goes. Vegeta has that worst animation with that hand flap that goes up and down. It just looks silly as fuck. We're doing big damage, but we definitely need to heal. There we go, 4 million, nice. Second attack, let's go. We did it. Hell yeah. Huge damage, 11 million. Not gonna lie, I'm just excited to be past Nooner in my friends' rankings on this. Feels pretty good. And we have a couple levels yet of Fused Fighting Force, Super Saiyan Goku Angel, and Super Saiyan Vegeta Angel. Alright, we can just do Fused Fighters and Kamehameha, so we can get maximum benefit. And it looks like we have a full team. We're gonna run this forward and see how we do. Looking okay on that. I definitely want to get a little bit of a buffer see who can take the double hit position best. Okay. The blue sands aren't doing it. Alright, look at this. I got all the activated abilities. All of them. I got more active abilities. Look at this. How many Gojitas are there? Jeez. Let's see it. Alright, easy enough. Next level. I think this is going to be pretty easy, so we'll just speed through this section. This episode of Keystone Hobbies isn't sponsored by Generic VPN. Why keep your browsing data safe between you and your ISP? Bring in a third party to gather all that tasty data. Your sensitive data is safe-ish with Generic VPN. The third-party data centers that we contract may or may not have data breaches, but we're only legally obligated in the United States to let you know when we find out about it. If we don't hear about what happens in Who Caresistan, then oopsies. Sure, you could be attentive to the little lock icon on your address bar. You could even look out to see that all sites that have HTTP followed by a S that stands for secure to make sure that you're protected. And sure, your Facebook can still get hacked by clicking that link that your aunt sent. Thanks, Edna. I'm glad I could suffer through your MAGA posts only to be betrayed by a message about how my OnlyFans was leaked. Listen to some of the unscripted reviews. First off with Chad McFeeling. I get a lot of comfort, and that I pay $8.99 for Generic VPN. They make me feel safe because, hackers, So I like my VPN. And don't forget a review from Mr. X.
This is an unlisted number. How did you get this?
Oopsies. Thanks, data centers. Wink. So don't run. Walk. You'll have to get used to the slower speeds and try Generic VPN today. Watch this. Vegeto's gonna flap his little chicken cutlet hand. Man. GG's. We're changing Flappy Hand to Super Tech Kafla dodge. Let's do it. The no links kinda sucks. Dodge, dodge. But that dodge is nice. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Dodge, 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 dodge. And there we go. Alright, that's my prize. Super attack. Passive skill boosted. Well guys, thanks for sticking around and watching. Please subscribe, like this video, and check us out on our podcast, Keystone Hobbies. We're on Apple Podcast, and we're also on Spotify.